You can create thousands of data points with only a few lines of Python code directly in Excel. Faker is a Python library used to generate fake but realistic looking data. It's extremely useful for testing application, training models, and also for generating teaching material. Faker can create a wide range of data types, for example, personal information such as first name, last name, phone number, date of birth, street address, city, state, and zip code. It can also create financial data such as credit card number, expiration date, and so on. We can generate username, company name, job type, and many other data points. In this video, I will show you how you can use Faker to generate thousands of data points for free and very quickly in Excel. I will write my code in cell B8. =pi and press tab to convert your cell to a Python cell. The code should go into the formula bar. I will expand this so I have more space to work with. Import the required libraries. From Faker, import uppercase Faker. I also need to import the random library. There are two arguments that I'm going to use to generate my random data. The state, which is in cell C4, and the number of data points that I'm going to generate, which is in cell C5. Let's create two variables. Target state equal to cell C4. Click on cell C4 to have it here. And n, which is the number of data points we are going to generate. Let's click on cell C5 to bring it here. Fake is equal to uppercase Faker. Faker has different languages that we can use. I'm going to use US English, and we need to pass that here. EN-US. There are other languages you can use. Let's create a few variables. First name, last name, and phone number. From fake, you can get first name, and you need opening and closing parentheses. From fake, you can get last name, and from fake, you can get phone number. To make sure this works, I will display that on the screen. So my data frame is equal to pandas.uppercase data frame, and I'm going to pass all these variables as a list. First name, last name, and phone number. Hold Control and press Enter. I can see I have a data frame here. If I click on Pi, I should be able to see the first name, last name, and the phone number that is generated here. Faker has a few different types of phone numbers. This has some sort of extension at the end of the phone number. I also want to generate an email address. Email is equal to fake dot. You can generate an email address here, but I want to have my own specific email address. So instead of generating an email address directly from fake, I'm going to generate a username. Then I'm going to add my domain. I'm going to concatenate my domain with the username. Let's say the domain is at gmail.com. Let's show the email here and run this once more. And you can see the email here. What if I want to generate hundreds of data points? I can put this statement inside a loop and run that for n times. Let's push this one level to the right hand side and convert it to a loop. For I in range of 1 to n, n is the number that we read from cell C5. Repeat this. I also need to generate my data frame, customers, which is an empty list. In each loop, I will add one customer to this list, so at the end, I can convert it to a pandas data frame. Let's append this part to that list. There are many different ways that you can append the data that you generated to the list. I will create a dictionary here So the first key is first name. It goes inside quotation marks because it's a key, colon, and pass your variable here. The next item is the last name. Create a key and pass the value. And I should do the same for all of them. To make this more readable, I create each pair of key and value in a new line. Email, and the email variable goes here. Phone number is the key, and I'm going to pass the phone number variable here. In each loop, you will generate one small dictionary, and you will append it to this customers list. So when you're done with your loop, you have a list of customers, and you should be able to create your data frame. Let's delete this part and pass our customers list here. We have a data frame with 1000 data point here. I want to display the data on my Excel worksheet. Go here and convert this to Excel value. You can see your first name, last name, email, and phone numbers here. All email addresses are currently at gmail.com. You can create multiple domains and randomly use them. Let's create a list of domains that I will use. I added 3 domains to this list. You can have as many as you want. You can generate a username and randomly pick one of these using choice from random library and concatenate them. Pass your domains list here. Test this once more. And you see we have random domains for our email addresses. Before creating my first name, I will have my customer ID. It's going to be a very simple customer ID. Customer ID variable is equal to all customers IDs. In this case, starts with CUST dash. And I will just use the I value generated by the range function. We need to convert it to string to be able to concatenate that. The next set of random data that I'm going to create are street address, city, state, and zip code. I can create a random state here, or I can just use the state that I have in cell C4. So instead of having a random state here, I will just use my target state. Faker has zip code generator, which is zip code. But if you want your zip code to belong to the selected state, we can use another method. Zip code in a state. And I need to pass my state here, which is target state. Faker cannot map cities to states. It will generate a random list of names as cities. If you want the actual names that belongs to that state, you can create a list yourself and randomly choose from that list. The data generated here is realistic looking. It's not real. The next set of data that I will generate is credit card information. And at the end, I'm going to add customer status. I have 2 sets of customers, active and inactive customers, and I'm going to randomly assign this to my customers. So let's create one more list here. Random.choice can pick one of these, and I'm going to pass that list here. I have all the data points that I need. I just need to pass that to my data frame. For each variable I have here, I need to have a key. Then I'm going to pass the variable as value. We have first name, last name, email address, and phone number. We're going to pass the rest of them. The status is the last variable, and the customers is passed to data frame. Let's test this once more. It generated an error because I'm missing a comma somewhere here. We have 1000 random data points. By changing the state and the number of data points, you will have an updated list of random customers. There are other variables that you can generate with Faker. You can also use a random library to generate random numeric data. It could be based on distribution or just a random integer number.